Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video we're back working on the RM125, and I just got in the new part, the new shift pawl that I ordered, so we will be installing that, and hopefully that fixes our shifting problem that we have been having. Along with later on in the video, we are going to be working on the truck and the Solex, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's try and get this RM125 dealt with, because I want to rip this thing so bad. Here is our new part. It came in a very oily bag, but it is the correct part, and we will be installing it. Let's get to putting this on, and hopefully it fixes our problem. So it's about 2 hours later now, and I've decided to move into the shade because over there where I usually work is just getting blasted by the sun, and it is really hot out. So I moved over here into the shade to work on it, and I'm proud to say that this thing, I believe, is fixed. So what I've been doing for the past 2 hours is I just been sitting here messing with this thing, and I finally fixed it, I think. The shift drum was basically out of timing. So the spring, so usually when the thing's in neutral, you want that spring, so you can't really see it from here, but that part right there, that little out dent, there's one in the engine that's kind of like half of it, it's like in a U shape, and when the engine's in neutral, you want the spring to be on that U-shaped out dent that's on the shift drum. So I timed it all up and made sure that when the bike was in first gear, somebody's brapping over there. They were just ripping. Basically, when the bike is in first gear, I want the spring to be right below that U-shaped out dent. I don't even know if out dent's a word. And then when you shift it all up, neutral will be on the spring. The spring will be on the U out dent when it's in neutral, and then the rest is all up, back and down. And now this thing is shifting. It's shifting a little bit rough, but I don't know, because like the engine's bone dry right now, because there hasn't been oil in it for like a month. So that could be why. And plus the whole shifter rod is all dry and everything, so I'm probably gonna loop that up before I put this all back together. But next video with this thing will hopefully be starting it back up and seeing if this thing will actually drive correctly. So I'm super excited that this thing is finally shifting.
The next day.
Alright guys, so if everything does go to plan, this should be a continuation of what you guys just watched. But as you guys can tell, I got the Solex behind me. And ever since I've got it, I've been trying little by little to try and get this thing running, but I just have not been able to succeed at it. And I've always had the same spark plug in there, and it's given me spark, and this thing has fired a couple times, but it just doesn't stay running. So sometimes I test for spark and it doesn't have spark. So what I'm gonna do finally is go get a new spark plug, because the other one just isn't in the great shape. And as I just said, it loses spark, you know, on and off. That could definitely be the problem. The wiring and everything inside the flywheel honestly looks like brand new. And whenever I do feel, you know, the top of the wire for spark, it always sparks onto my hand. So I'm thinking it's probably just the spark plug. So we're gonna go run out and get that. And then we're also gonna go pick up something for the truck. That should be pretty exciting. But I am fighting against daylight right now, so let's get a move on and I'll go catch you guys in the truck. So I'm gonna try something a little bit different in the truck and have a GoPro set up with a mic. We'll see how this works. I've never done this before, but yeah, let's get a move on. Alright guys, so here we go with the little truck type part of the video. Let me know if you guys want some more truck stuff, because I'm so down to make more car stuff and anything like that. Because I know obviously a lot of you guys like bikes and all of that, but I like cars just as much as I like bikes, so let me know if you guys want more of that. As you guys saw from like the little clip of the startup, the tip of the exhaust is all rusted out. It does not look good at all, so we might get the same one, because I know AutoZone sells the same exact one, or maybe get a dual tip, like still on the one side obviously, but we'll just see if it looks cool. Alright guys, so I forgot the Solex spark plug, so I'm gonna pull a UE quick. All right, so back we go, and I'll catch you guys back when we have the spark plug. Got the spark plug. All right, so back out we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay with this mic. The spark plug on the Solex says it's made in Belgium. I don't know, but it is Champion brand, so I would think that maybe they have it. It's not like some off-brand. Maybe all Champion spark plugs are made in Belgium, or maybe it's just for the Solex, who knows. But I really want to get this thing running so I can just drive it around town or whatever, or whenever I need gas for the bikes instead of taking the truck. Just throw the gas can in the back of the little basket and head to the gas station with it. I know the one time I rode it just like a bicycle, I was getting tons of looks and reactions. So once that thing's going, I'm sure a lot of people will like it. All right, and we are here. All right, let's go get these parts. So here's the matching one. This is the exact match. But I don't know if I should switch it up and get it like a dual tip like this. It's pretty cool. Just get this for the S10. This huge pipe. All right, so they had the right spark plug, so that's good. So when we get back, we can probably put on the tip, but it'll probably get dark, so we can probably do the Solex tomorrow. Oh. Little pull on the S10. And I was just gonna go pick up some gas for the bikes because they were all pretty much empty. I went on a ride the other day, didn't record, and we didn't go out for too long, so just went out for a quick ride. Truck is all fueled up, got some gas in the gas can for the bikes. Let's go back and put on this tip.
Tomorrow.
Alright, so we were back here the next day. I was hoping to put it on yesterday, but I had to let the tip of the truck cool down. And by the time it cooled down, it was just dark out. But now we're here the next day and we're about to put it on. I'm pretty curious if it'll sound any different. I mean, I doubt it just because, you know, it's just a tip, obviously. But I'm going to do a sound comparison, just why not? Just because I'm just a little curious. Then after that, we will put on the new spark plug on the Solex. All rusted here, but same as the other one, just 2 screws, put it on. I will slide the old one out and put on the new one. Alright, so we're having a problem with the tip not fitting, and it's not, the actual exhaust isn't clearing that inner tiny lip on the inside. And I am destined to get this thing to fit. I'm gonna take my engine hone and hook it up to the drill and try and shave down that inner piece, not too much, but just enough to hopefully make it clear the actual exhaust on the truck. I just finished honing it, and I guess this material is harder than the hone material, and yeah, well, that kind of happened. This went down and this really didn't. Let's see if it did at all and try and slide it on again, and I'm gonna hope that this works. Still doesn't fit. Yeah, it's coming out way too far. So instead of just wasting time trying to get this thing to fit, and I just can't get it to fit, I'm gonna wedge it on there because it will wedge on and stay on, but it just looks ridiculous sticking at the side like 5 inches or half a foot. So I might just go back and try and find a dual tip without the like inner lip part, or just get the same one but just in a new form with all the chrome instead of all the rust. But I am going to start it up while it's wedged on there to see if it sounds any different, and then if it does sound better somehow, maybe I would definitely look for a better dual tip. So after after just reviewing the footage, they do sound just a little bit different if you're really listening closely. Comment down below which one you guys like, or if you guys didn't even hear any type of difference. I thought I did. Let's go head over to the Solex and try and get this thing running and ripping. We have the new spark plug here, and I'm gonna try and test for spark, and if we do, then we might be able to get this thing fired up in this video. I couldn't really record me like turning it over and looking at the spark, but there is spark, which is good. So what I'm gonna do is pour just a tiny bit of gas down the spark plug hole, throw in the spark plug, and push this thing around to try and get it fired up. So now we're running into a problem that I've been having for a while, and it's when I push it, like when I put the engine into gear, I guess you could say, there would be like too much compression for it to be able to turn over by pushing it. Like the engine does turn over, but there's just a lot of compression. And even with the old spark plug, it had this problem, which is a little weird. All right, so I just got the engine turning over. Sorry if I'm out of breath. This thing is actually really hard to push while the engine's over. But what I need to do is like push it with the quad, because this thing won't just start up with just like a backyard run. This thing's gonna have to be pushed pretty dang far. What I might do is hook up like a rope to the front of this and then tow it with the quad or something while someone's sitting on this while the engine's engaged. And this thing should be turned over pretty dang fast, and it should maybe fire up. I know that another thing you can do is hook up a drill to this, but I don't have a drill that holds sockets and everything, so I'm probably gonna have to get one of those if pushing the quad doesn't work. So guys, I'm gonna be ending the video here. We had some success and some fails in this video. We couldn't get the Solex running just because I don't have anybody else to drive the quad, and you know, obviously someone needs to be sitting on the Solex. But the RM is our priority, and the next video will be with the RM, because I know all of you guys always ask for it. So next time we're gonna be putting on the clutch, all the side cover, you know, everything. Maybe putting on the new sprockets and chains, starting her up for the first time in a while, and seeing if she'll drive. But anyway guys, I'm gonna be ending the video here. We're coming up on 13,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for the support. It is now summer, so videos are gonna be pumping out more frequently. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.